Hey everybody, welcome to Dan Bullman Photography. In this episode, I'm going to be talking about the Rollei Digibase CR200 slide film. So a few months back, I did an episode about all the color slide films that are still available in the market today, or at least still in production. And a lot of people usually talk about Fujifilm's Provia and Velvia slide films, and when people are talking about slide film, it seems like those are the only ones that come up, or people talk about lamenting the fact that Kodak doesn't make Ektachrome or Kodachrome films anymore. So I wanted to dedicate some time to talk about some of the lesser known slide films that are on the market and show some example images to give you guys a sense of whether some of the lesser known slide films are right for you. So Rollei Digibase CR200 is a 200 ISO slide film. So in comparison to Fuji Provia and Fuji Velvia, it's about a stop faster than those films. Both of those are ISO 100. Velvia also comes in at 50 ISO speed. So this film is a little bit faster than some of the other slide films out there. Back in the day, Kodak produced several films that were even higher ISOs, but none of those are in production. So the fastest slide film that I know of on the market is this at 200 ISO. So it's not the fastest film in the world, but in terms of slide film, it's faster than pretty much the standard is 100 ISO, at least with the films that are still in production today. I tried looking up a little bit of background information on this film, like when it went into production and some of the technical specs behind it, and I didn't really find a whole lot on my initial searches on the internet. Most of the stuff I found was forum posts in film photography forums about people just asking, hey, has anybody shot this film before? So there's not a ton of information out there on it, but I did find that, and I haven't confirmed this, but I did find somewhere that it said that this emulsion is the same emulsion that was used in the Agfa RSX Mark II 200 ISO slide film, which was discontinued by Agfa a number of years ago. So if you've shot Agfa RSX 200 film, this is basically the same film emulsion. So I shot 2 rolls of this film back in February, and I'm going to share some of those images with you today. So one of the things that I noticed about the film is that it has a very warm tone to it. Colors like reds and yellows and lighter greens are very, very rich, whereas like darker greens sort of look kind of with a yellowish cash. They look sort of washed out and weird, and like lighter blues and cyans sort of have the same thing. So it's definitely a very, like, I almost want to call it like a golden tinted film, because it just has this sort of dreamy golden cast over the image. And I'll show you some examples and you can see if it's something that you like aesthetically. Okay, so without further ado, let's show you some sample images from Rollei Digibase CR200. So what are my final thoughts on this film? Honestly, I'm not that crazy about it. I bought 2 rolls of it and shot both of those, and I honestly don't see myself buying this film again or using it very much. I just much prefer the look of Fuji Provia over this, or even Kodak Portra 400. So when I'm shooting color negative film or color slide film, there's a lot of film stocks that I would rather go to shoot the types of things that I do. Now if you're someone who really likes that kind of goldish look, or some of the tones and some of the color tones in those images, then I say definitely try it out. It could be something that you really enjoy and get some great images out of. I think the film performs pretty well. It's just aesthetically not really up to the types of things that I like to shoot. So that's it for this week of Dan Bullman Photography. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think of this film. Let me know if you've tried it before, if you're interested in trying it, and I'd love to hear what you guys think. I think it's a film that is not really talked about as much, and it deserves a little bit more attention, and some of the other slide films do, because Fuji seems to be the only one who gets any attention for slide film anymore. As always, if you like these videos, please subscribe to my channel by clicking on the red box next to my head, or by clicking on the subscribe link down next to my channel name. Also, please follow me on Instagram. I'll put my handle there. I post a lot of photos of cityscapes and portraits and other stuff that I'm shooting here in Boston, so if you're interested in checking that out, please do. Alright guys, we'll see you next week. This has been Dan Bullman Photography. Peace.